beautiful people. Hey, hey, it's your girl, Miss Eileen. And in today's video, we are going to talk about Instagram. Yeah. So get ready to get your gram on. And we're getting started right now. Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining me today. And in today's broadcast, I want to talk about Instagram. Now, I'll tell you what happened was the other night. That was Wednesday. I actually had this similar conversation over on the Tinkering with Tech channel here on YouTube. And well, actually, I'm live in multiple places right now because I'm using Streamyard, and I'm over on Facebook as well as on YouTube and Periscope. Hi, Periscope. Sad news. Ending at the end of the month. But anyway, let me just get started with this. And the response that I got from my friends over on the Tinkering with Tech show, that's with Michael Daniels and Heather Crafter, was really overwhelming. And everyone seemed to love learning about Instagram. And so I decided that, hey, I would also bring that content here on the channel so that you guys can also get your questions answered and also learn what I want to teach here today. And you may even wind up teaching me a few things because you just never know how it's going to go. So with that said, let me make sure all of my ducks are in a row. It looks like things are going good over on the Facebook side. I have someone saying, hello. And I would love if you would come over onto the YouTube side, but if you don't want to, that's okay as well. And hello, good morning, Dr. Elo, and Fabulous with Alice. Oh, that's not going to do me any good if I post that comment over on YouTube because you guys are already over here. All right. Hey. Okay. So Instagram may be overwhelming for you. Even if you're someone who's already using Instagram, you may find that certain aspects of Instagram are more appealing to you than others. And if you're new to Instagram, this is really going to be perfect for you because you'll get an introduction to what I call, and first I want to say hello to my friend Mike from Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. So I want to give you an introduction to what I call the 6 degrees of Instagram. And by the way, I also want to remind you that if you are enjoying this broadcast or any of the broadcasts that I do here on YouTube, then you can buy me a coffee and buymeacoffee.com/Eileen. All right. So I wanted to get that out of the way because I know a lot of times people will see my broadcast and they'll leave these, comments saying, it was so incredibly helpful. And I know you guys enjoy being on the live stream, and I absolutely love having you here. But I just wanted to let you know about Buy Me a Coffee. And we'll talk more about that if anybody has any questions. So let's get into it right away. The 6 degrees of Instagram. So let me put down the Buy Me a Coffee link. All right. So before I even start with my screen sharing on my iPhone, I'm going to give you the 6 degrees. Okay. So number 1 is we have the Instagram feed. The Instagram feed, that's really how it all started off, with images. And then later on, they progressed into including video. Mm-mm-mm. And that's probably where a lot of folks feel very comfortable, because it's really the beginnings of Instagram. And you can add filters to your images, as well as create what they call carousel posts, where you have multiple images there on the screen on your feed post. The next degree is going to be Instagram stories. Now, that is one of my favorite parts of using Instagram. And oh my goodness. And so Alice said, I just set up my account. It's so cool. I love coffee. Okay, great. You know what? Before I finish with our degrees, I want to let you know, if you want to set up your own Buy Me a Coffee, you're going to use my link for referral. And that link is Get Your Own Coffee. I love the Buy Me a Coffee site. And it's so funny that the comment came in from the Periscope side. But anyway, Eileen.link/Get Your Own Coffee. Get your own coffee, because you'll love it. Because especially if you're not monetized on any of these platforms, you're not meeting the quotas that these folks require, but you know that your audience wants to, they value your content and they appreciate your authenticity. So as they're consuming your content, whether it's a blog post, a podcast, or a live stream, they want to give you some kind of kudos. And so go ahead and set up your own Buy Me a Coffee page at Eileen.link/Get Your Own Coffee. All right, quick recap and reset. But that was important. I had to do that. All right, so the very first degree is your Instagram feed. And then the next degree is your Instagram stories, which are 15-second video clips, or they could be still images in the vertical format. That's really important. And you're able to add all kinds of interactive stickers, like your location, your music. You can add the temperature, the date. You can add countdown stickers. You can do polls. There's so many of them. We're going to have to come back to them later, because I want to get through these degrees first. Next is your IGTV channel. It's really part of Instagram. And your videos from IGTV can live on Instagram. And you can upload these videos. You can even upload them from your desktop. So IGTV, vertical videos, once again, but you can use all different kinds of software to create these videos, because, Instagram is so popular. And next is Instagram Live. We all love to go live. We love to go live. And the really preferred way that Instagram wants you to go live is from your phone. They want you to go live from your phone. And I know, as a live streamer, I'm always hanging out in all the live streaming groups, and people want to just, can we use Ecamm Live? By the way, shout out to Ecamm Live, because I am using that right now as my virtual camera, and that's how you're going to see my screen share. And they want to know, can you use Ecamm Live? Can you use Streamyard? What can we use to go live from our desktop on Instagram? And I just want to say, just because you can do a thing doesn't mean you should. Instagram really wants you to go live from your phone, and they have a new feature coming out, by the way, or that actually just launched, by the way. And I'm going to come back to that when we get through with our degrees, because we still have 2 more to go. We've got the feed, we've got the stories, we've got IGTV, we've got Instagram Live, and number 5 is the DMs. Slide into the DMs. slide into the DMs. And Jasmine, I believe, says we all love to go live. Yes, we do. So the DMs is where there is so much gold on Instagram, because that's where you're making that one-on-one connection with folks, where folks are really reaching out to you and saying, hey, tell me more. Hey, give me more. Or they want to connect with you. They want you to be on their show. They just want to find out about your product. Maybe they just really want to just say hi. So the DMs is our number 5, our 5th degree. All right. Our last degree of Instagram is one of the latest that was introduced, and that is Reels. It's a TikTok competitor. It's Instagram Reels. That's Reels, like a movie reel. Remember the movie Reels? Yeah. Before it all became digital, when it was on tape, they had to put it on a reel. So some of us who are of a certain age can remember that. So Instagram Reels. So let's go through them real quick without any commentary. The feed, the stories, your IGTV, your live, your DMs, and your Reels. So please, please, please type into the chat and tell me what is your favorite degree of Instagram. And then we're going to go over into some screen sharing. And I want to say hi to my friends who have joined us here. First, Alice says, love that. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Oh yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. You know, I see people asking these questions all the time. How can I do that? Just because you can doesn't mean you should. It's not. They want you to go live on your phone. That's why they haven't released an API. Now, they may change that at any given moment, but just be careful. And Patricia A. Murray from Durham, North Carolina. That's also the Durham Skywriter. Hello, hello, hello. And Scully's here. He's listening in the background. I like when you're multitasking, because when you're multitasking, Scully, and you got me in the background, and then I say something really, really important, then you stop whatever it was you were doing, and then you put me in the foreground. Okay. And their Facebook user is saying VS video versus video. Not sure what that means, but hey, good morning, James. Come on over to the YouTube side, James. And another Facebook. Oh, I'm a feed gal myself. Okay. Alice is giving me her favorite degree of Instagram. We should do app versus videos together. Not sure what that means. We can do any kind of verses that you want, but be more specific. When you say app, are you talking about Instagram app versus videos, which we already discussed how you can have videos on the Instagram app? So I'm confused, but I'm sure that you think I know what you mean. Go ahead and clarify, please. Okay. And I love the laughing, just laughing with the Facebook user. And you can also type in your name if you really don't want to leave Facebook and come over to YouTube so I can see your name. Just go ahead and put your name in the comment. And so then we'll all know that Joey, or whoever you are, I say Joey because, my grandson is Joseph. Even though I don't call him Joey, I don't think his mom would like that. So I take it back. If you have a passion for live, you shouldn't let anything stop you. That I agree with, because the easiest way to go live is from your phone. So why complicate things and go out and get these third-party apps and then connect them to the legitimate apps? When I say legitimate, the ones I like Ecamm and Streamyard. Why do all of that when you can easily go live from your phone and have a nice day? Robert, most comfortable with feed, but willing to learn about Reels. Robert, I'm glad you said that, but I don't think we're going to be talking too much about reels today, but if you have a specific question, just let me know. And the Facebook user says, I will DM you. They must want to remain anonymous. And I'm getting more flames from the Facebook side. No, I will clarify in the DM. Okay. Well, just so you know, I'm not going to be able to check my DM here while I'm live, unless I would show it on screen when I get ready to screen share from my phone, in which case, what's the difference? Here we are. James has come over to the YouTube side. Ooh, I feel so much better having you here, James. And I love it when my audience are talking amongst themselves. And so James is saying hi to Scully, Ecamm, and Streamyard. Yes, I'm using both. I am using both, which is why it's going to be so easy for me to first put up my buy me a coffee link to remind you guys to buy me a coffee. I mean, YouTube super chats are nice. Facebook really doesn't have a way for you to do any kind of tipping over there, not in this current state that I'm in right now. But if you buy me a coffee, which is buymeacoffee.com/Eileen, that money will go directly into my PayPal account and I'll be able to go and get the coffee today. Whereas a YouTube super chat, which they take a whole lot more of the money, and I will be waiting and waiting and waiting till it actually shows up in my bank account. Wouldn't you know that a call has come through from no, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna put him on blast. I'm not gonna put Mr. Rodney on blast when I just told him I was getting ready to go live. So why is he calling me? I don't know. All right, so we've got some other StreamYard users over here who are putting up the little mallard duck, which is the StreamYard. Yeah, you could say it's part of their logo, but mascot is a better word. I don't know why this is Birdie. Hey, Birdie. Right, Birdie Lynn. So yeah, all you need to do is click a link. I'm pretty sure I added that link in the comments, but what you could do is go to facebook.com/StreamYard and then approve it so that your name can show up if you want to stay on the Facebook side. And you don't know why your name is not coming up. I don't either, but I do know that because Facebook, they make you refresh that permission. You've probably given permission for StreamYard to show your name ages ago, but Facebook is Facebook, and so they want you to refresh that permission. But they don't warn you about that, because hey, it's Facebook. And somebody else is saying hi to Patricia A. Murray. Mine is //fabulous, which is rare to get fabulous on anything. So Alice is fabulous with Alice. So she's got buymeacoffee.com/fabulous. That's what happens when you are an early adopter. You get in there before somebody else takes your name. Yes. James has one too. Just did a buy me a coffee video last week. I love it. I also run my services through it. Yes. You can also set up memberships. You can use it even to replace Patreon if you want. And you can do blog posts there. And actually I could have this video playing over on the Buy Me a Coffee page. But what I'll do is I will post the link after the fact. So Barry says, I have the stream on in the background as I work. I love it. I love it, Barry. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So which one of these degrees of Instagram are we going to start with? Let's bring up the phone. All right. And this is happening via the beauty and the power of Oh, Jesus, one of my girlfriend's birthdays today. So who knows how many of these little messages are going to pop up on screen. I should have put on do not disturb, and I guess it's not too late to do that. So let me take the phone off screen for a second and just turn on do not disturb because I forget how to do that because I never turn on do not disturb. Somebody remind me, where do I turn on do not disturb? Oh, never mind. I see it. I found it. Duh. Okay. Yes. Oh, as a matter of fact, shout out to Jackie Jack. Oh, actually, her name is Jackie, but we call her Jackie Jack because we have another Jackie in our group. So we call her Jackie Jack. And it's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Jackie Jack. Love you to pieces. All righty. So we got do not disturb on so we can put the phone back up. Jeez. Okay. So here we go. We're going to open the gram. And right now, I just opened it up to my profile. But of course, we want to. Oh, in fact, I was pretending like I was making a story because I needed that little visual to create the thumbnail for this video. In case you haven't noticed, you'll see that over on the YouTube side. Okay, so here we are. And I love, love, love that Instagram knows, because we're going to go up to the top row. We're actually going to pay attention to the top row there, which is where we have our stories. And Instagram knows that my daughter is the first story that I want to see. Shout out to Nicole Purvey. Shout out to Nicole Purvey. And I just realized that I still have that comment up. So let me get that down so everybody can see everything. I was thinking of doing that, but not sure how to do video of Buy Me a Coffee. Oh, okay. So James, make sure you connect with James. James is good people. All right. And James has a video on his channels. Yes, Jackie Jack. Thanks for saying happy birthday, Alice. All right. So you know what? If I can remember quickly how to turn off my name, because y'all know who I am. I see where it is, but I forget quickly how to turn it off. Oh, there you go, down at the bottom. This is what happens when you use so many different apps. You can't remember all the features and functions of them. And so Mike says, happy birthday to Jackie Jack as well. Thank you. Okay, so now, there's still messages still coming through, but at least I'm not getting like notification. It's just showing up at the top of the screen. All right, so we're going to look at the feed because we're going to go back to stories. But I just want to note that my daughter, Nicole Purvey's, her story is the first one there. So we're just going to scroll. Just going to scrub through. And there's James right there. Yay. So he's talking about Daryl Eves's book, The YouTube Formula. So this is just for somebody who's really, really new to all of this. This is your first degree, the feed. Okay. And what you would do is tap through onto a post if you want to see more. Oh, actually what happened was that I gave it a like because I kept tapping it, but I like to just give it a like right there. You can tap the little more button so you can see the description, and he tagged Daryl Eves in his post and all that. And then we could leave a comment, but James, I'll leave your comment later. Okay. Oh, hi, we are here. We are new here. We are a boy band, the Clans Fan 2020 official. Hello. All right. So now let's just go back to the home, because what I realized that I didn't do was give you like a little navigation of the whole layout of the app. I think that's important. Okay. So we're going to go to new post because I really don't even, I'm not even familiar with who that young man is. So, my friend Bonnie, I love that she's on top now. But what we're going to do is we're going to just take a step by step of the interface because actually Instagram just changed something on this interface. All right. And if I wanted to, let's see, up at the top left is where you see the Instagram logo. Then the next button, if you go directly over, is the plus. And this is where you would add content. And you can barely see, but at the bottom, it's assuming that I want to make a post or a story, which is why I'm holding the phone a little differently now. Or I can make a reels. Yes, someone asked about reels earlier. This is how easy it is. You just go ahead and you make a reel, and they've got all different features there, which we're not going to go into because reels is not one of my favorite degrees. But maybe we'll explore those later after we go through the ones that I'm much more familiar with. All right. So here, remember I told you earlier that Instagram introduced something new to the live. As soon as I tap that live button, it says add more people to your live video. Now, up to 3 people can join your live broadcast. You can send invites when you go live, or viewers can just ask to join you. Woohoo! All right, we get a screenshot of that. Okay, we're not going to do that now because a live within a live within a live just might blow up the internet. We're not going to do that right now. But we will do it another day. All right. So let's go back. Okay, I have to say okay. And so now let's go back to the navigation. All right, so that was the plus button. Then we have that little icon that looks just like the messenger icon. And that's because Facebook, I'm sorry, y'all know Facebook owns Instagram. Let me pause for all the people that are multitasking. You guys know that Facebook owns Instagram. Oh, and by the way, Instagram surpassed 1 billion. Yes, billion with a B. A billion. Monthly active users. They surpassed that last year, at the end of last year. Okay. So this is why I think Instagram is so important. And because they've made so many changes, I thought this would be a great topic to have here on this channel, as well as what I did with my friends over at the Tinkering with Tech show the other night. All right, so that takes care of the top row. Okay, so now let's go all the way down to the bottom. And you see there was the home. You can go into search. We're not going to search anything. You can, if you want, just spend your day watching reels. We're not going to do that as well. And this is my activity. So when I tapped on the little heart icon, it showed me, folks that have been liking my stuff and people that have been following me, giving me a quick opportunity to follow them back as well. And then on to my profile. And in case you are not following me, first of all, what's wrong with you? No, I'm just kidding. You're watching me now. That's what's even more important. But in case you're not following me, just so you'll know, you want to go to Instagram.com/Eileen. Yes. And then you can see this from your side. All right. And so let's take that down. Okay. So let's look at the profile because this is important. You guys want to optimize on your time that you're there. And I want to let you know that, first of all, if you want to use Instagram for anything in terms of putting more content out there, building a brand, or any of those warm and fuzzy marketing terminologies, you do not want to have a private account. You want to have a public account. So let's just say that. And I know that a lot of people, they have a private account because they're like, well, I don't want this person to see what I'm doing or that person to see what I'm doing. But you can set your Instagram so that when you post something, you can say, but hide it from this person. But don't tell my daughter that because I don't want her to hide any of her stuff from me. I'm just saying, especially when she posts pictures of my darling grandson. All right. So anyway, let's get back to it. So you want to have a nice profile. You want to have like in my case, I just want people to know that I'm a content creator. What do I do? Live streaming. I don't have to tell y'all that, but if you're new to me over on Instagram, you'll want to know that I do live streaming, podcasting. I'm a YouTuber and social media of royalty. I really want to say social media ninja, but there's no ninja emoji. So I keep it at royalty. And, you can have a link. A lot of people use their link tree. I'm not a fan of link tree. So I use my own website, which actually redirects to a landing page that I have on a Weber. And thank you for subscribing, Declan fans. And you're saying, please show us. And I'm assuming that you mean, please show us how to use Reels. Well, the reason why I'm not showing it, because I don't know that much about it. Okay. But one thing I will say about Reels, and I just want to take this phone off the screen for a minute. One thing I will say about Reels, I think even with TikTok, it was really cute the first couple times when you saw someone do a TikTok video or reel and they're pointing on the screen. This is where how 6 degrees of Instagram. Okay, that's getting old now. That's getting old. We're tired of y'all pointing at the screen with the words. Okay? Just wanted to put that out there for those that care. Okay. All right. So I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm just saying, I just want to let you know, in case, you think this, hey, I'm going to do my first reel. Yeah, that's boring. Okay. So now let's go into the stories, my favorite part. And like I mentioned, my daughter's there at the top, so she's not going to mind if we show, I don't know. Oh, she's talking about something that she's watching, or I don't know why she's posting that. So she posted she reposted. Or there's Joseph. There's my little baby. Oh, and she said that her nanny had an emergency, so she was working and she had the baby on her chest. Okay, so here you see that there was one of the interactive features being used. All right, so let's go into that. And this is oh, nope. It was my niece, but that wasn't her. So if you're going to create a story, you would start here. Okay. Waiting for things to catch up with me here. So you've got all these different choices of things that you can do when you're creating the story. All right. So it starts off as either a video or just a still image. So let's just the still image. And then you have all these interactive features that you can add. Let's go across the top. All right. First thing I can do, I can download that. Well, I could exit out, which would mean that I would say, never mind. I don't want that. I don't like that shot. And I really don't like that shot, but that's okay. All right. So you could download it. And this is important. Make sure your account is set that it will always download anything that you post so that you don't have to worry about, going back and downloading, or you posted this really great Instagram story and you want to post it somewhere else now. You want to post it on Twitter Fleets, or you want to post it on your Facebook stories. Download it. Okay. So the next thing is the filters. And I'll just go to one of my favorites, which is this one. Just always remember to center yourself in the photo so that when you use that filter, that's going to grab anybody's attention, right? When you post it. Or you could just have some sprinkles coming down, or depending upon what you take a photo of, you could use these other kinds of filters. I see the sprinkling right behind my glasses there. How cute is that? Or if you just want to do something weird, it's okay. It's Instagram. It's not like your calling card or anything like that. So don't be afraid to just have fun with it. Don't be afraid to have fun. Don't think that, oh, I can't post that. That's way too silly. Sure, you can. This is ephemeral content. Remember, it only stays around for 24 hours. So, and only a portion of your audience is going to see it. So just have some fun. That's my opinion anyway. So you can, besides the filters, you also can add, this is where a lot of the interactive features are housed. And if you didn't see the little the little icon that I clicked on, it's the one with the smiley face with like a little, I don't know exactly what you call that, but that's where you tap on to see, you can add location. Remember, I told you that before. You can mention your friends if someone's done something nice for you. In fact, something nice was just done for me, and that was the Clan fans. They just followed me over on Instagram. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I want you guys to put your questions in the chat so I can get to them, so I can make sure that I'm not missing any of your questions or features that you are concerned about. Okay. So hashtags, one of my favorites is adding GIFs. I love to add GIFs. They always give you like trending, what's going on today that's trending. All right. So let's just say if I hadn't already sent a happy birthday to my Jackie Jack, I would type in birthday. And I don't even have to have the whole thing typed in. And I would say happy birthday. I already sent her something. So, but and it just gives that still image a little bit of movement. Okay, so let's just discard this, because what we didn't do was talk about all the other things we could do here. Let's look at boomerangs. So if I wanted to, since I'm holding the phone this way, I have to do it this way. So if I want to, yeah, I think I messed that up. Okay. How did I mess that up? All right, so let's start that from scratch here. Yeah, I messed it up. So if I tap on boomerang, it also gives me different options of my levels of boomerang. It's just getting way too confusing for me. Super zoom, hands-free, level, multi-capture. There is so much here. I just want you guys to go and explore, because I haven't even had a chance to explore all of those options yet under that are just hiding there under all the things that you can do. And hello, Kombucha. How are you, my dear? Thank you so much for coming over. Okay, so you can do hands-free, which I always liked doing hands-free, because then that way, if I wanted to, do something with my hands, or because I like to really talk with my hands, in case you hadn't noticed, and then I don't have to worry about it. And you can also stitch these together, because you'll see that as the time runs out, because there's 15 seconds, right? So as the time ran out, then it starts to create a second clip. So if you notice right above the little circle there, those clips are starting to add up. And I love how there's a grid here as well, so I can make sure that things are aligned the way I want them. All right, now we're just discarding all of that, but I just wanted you guys to see how it works. Okay, so any questions about creating stories? And someone says, or the Clan fan says, can we give you a shout out on our Instagram stories? Well, of course you can. Now, because I was over there at stories, you see that it's asking me to, like, if I want to see new posts. Now, over on Clubhouse, they would say PTR or pull to refresh, but on Instagram, you just tap that and it's the same thing, the same as pull to refresh. And then, okay, so there's 10K of something. Okay, so there's my friend Real Estate Tracy. She's definitely a great realtor if you're here in the area of Philadelphia. Okay, so let's talk about IGTV. So, in order to get there, I would go to my profile. And after my profile, we already talked about, optimizing your profile and so forth. And then the highlights there, which come from the stories that you decide to send to your highlights. Then there's another row beneath the highlights. And one of them would be just the grid to show all of your past feed posts. Then if I had created a reel, maybe there's a reel there that I didn't even know I created. And then here's my IGTV. Now, what's really cool about IGTV, let me just look at one of them here. Okay, actually, this was some repurposed content. I created a short here on YouTube, and then I decided that I would upload it as well to IGTV. Okay, and what's really cool about doing these IGTV, people complain about the fact that on Instagram, you only have that one link, the link in your bio. However, with Instagram, you can put as many links as you want in your description on IGTV. If I said that wrong, I feel like I said that wrong. On IGTV, you're able to add links. As many links as you want. Like here's one where I'm talking about Streamyard, which is what I'm using now. Shout out to Gage and Dan and the whole Streamyard crew. All right. So I have a link that's active, it works to go over to Streamyard. And I have a link to a video that I did about using Streamyard on mobile. So this eliminates the argument about not being able to post links on Instagram, because basically what you need to do is to do a story. Hey guys, I'm over on YouTube talking about Instagram, but I'm using StreamYard. So I want you to check out this video I made about StreamYard. All right, so now before I go to post this, I'm going to add a link. So if you see up at the top row there, let's make sure you can see it. Yep, you can see it. It's the third icon over. I can link to an IGTV video. So I'll go over to that video and I just have to try to remember which one it was. I'm pretty sure it was this one. Yeah, go live from StreamYard. And so now I can post that. And see, it says call to action added. Awesome. I love that. So you have the ability in your stories to link out to an IGTV video. So people can swipe up, and I am going to actually add a GIF, swipe up. Pick whichever one you want. I'm just going to use that one. Oh, actually, I'm going to add a little filter on, just a little beauty filter there. Get rid of the little blemishes. All right. So yeah, just swipe when you want to add filters. You just swipe and you'll see the filters that are come up. Instagram has so many features, filters, and functions that it's just unbelievable what you can do with Instagram. And here's a Facebook user here saying hi, 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 hi. Thank you. If you could type your name in the next time you leave a comment, then I'll know who you are. All right, let's see. So let's do a quick recap for those who arrived late. I like to refer to the 6 degrees of Instagram, and those are starting with the feed, then next your Instagram stories, then your IGTV channel, your Instagram live, your DMs or direct messages for those who don't know, and your Instagram Reels. Now, Reels is the TikTok competitor from Instagram. And, you can do short clips that usually will have music, but it's up to you to add music to those clips and have that little TikTok vibe added into your Instagram content mix. So don't sleep on Instagram. It's an amazing, amazing platform. And let's see here, make sure I didn't miss. Oh, that was Zakia. Hey, Zakia. So, guys, if you are interested in making soap, make sure you connect with Zakia. And so you will look for Soap Lady Z and anything Zakia Ringgold, and you can get your learn on. Also, virtual events is something else that Zakia specializes in. So I do want to thank each and every one of you for coming out today. And I do also want to remind you that even if you're watching this in a replay, you can buy me a coffee. If you found any value or entertainment from this video, if you learned something, or even if you didn't, go ahead over and buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/Eileen. And with that, guys, I want to thank you once again for coming out today. And thanks for shout out again to Streamyard as well as for Ecamm Live. And as always, I end my broadcast by saying, stay beautiful.